I think a lot of us think we're doing a really good job in our day-to-day, but how can we be great as an organization? How can we be great as a rep group? How can we be great as manufacturers? So just to step back and give you a little bit of history about myself, I was a dealer for 19 years out of the Washington, D.C. area. The dealership I worked with is a company called Adams Birch. We were in NRA one year, and we were able to go to Charlie Trotter's restaurant. We had an unbelievable meal, and we're leaving, and I happened to see Charlie Trotter sitting at the bar, and he was talking to his wife. So I just interrupted him very politely, and I just asked if we could have a picture with him. He was very generous, took a picture with us, but after he took the picture, he's like, come on back to the kitchen, I'm gonna show you the kitchen. So he walked us through the kitchen, and then he took us over to a studio. So we sat down, probably spent 45 minutes with us out of his evening. It's probably 10:30, 11 o'clock at night now, and we're getting ready to leave, and he said, what are you guys doing tomorrow at 12 o'clock? And when Charlie Trotter asks you what you're doing tomorrow at 12 o'clock, you say, nothing.
Whatever you want.
What are you thinking? So he said, I have a restaurant, and it's called Trotter's To Go. I would like you guys to come up to my Trotter's To Go, and I want to, just meet me there at 12 o'clock. I got something for you. So we're like, all right. So, we all went to NRA in the morning, and we all left and took a taxi over to Trotter's, and it was a carryout restaurant. And we walk into his carryout restaurant. He has a table, and he has a table set in a corner for us, and he was there greeting us at the door. And he starts pouring us some wine, and had a 5-course meal planned for us, which was pretty impressive. And he brings a gentleman in, and his name was Reginald. And he said, this is number one. And we're like, number one? What do you mean, Charlie? So he said, this is the first employee I ever hired. And he was still with them, 20, 25 years later. When we were there, he just started, telling us his whole life story. And he starts telling us about his love of the industry. He would go to the French Laundry, and he would sit at the bar, and he would just take notes, and he would talk to the waitress and the waiters, and he would talk to the bartenders, and he would, describe the type of wine that he was having. And, he was so detail-oriented, but he had such a passion for learning, and he wanted to be better than everybody else. And he wanted to make sure that when a customer left his restaurant, that they had, one of the best experiences, kind of like Will Guidera has done with 11 Madison Park. I don't know if anybody knows Charlie Trotter, but he usually is, had come across as very arrogant, very pompous, kind of a real asshole. And so we come back, and we're telling everybody about how kind and gentle and thoughtful he was, and they're like, are you kidding me? Like, is this the same guy? Well, about 10 months later, he passed away. And I think he had a brain tumor, if I'm not mistaken, and we all believe that he knew that he was sick, and that he just wanted to pass his passion on to the industry. We're all in the business of, making our customers, have a positive experience through the interactions that they have with us, whether it's, as a rep, with our manufacturers or our dealers or the end users that we're with. And, it really made me step back and think, all right, throughout my course of my week or my days, how many different interactions do I have with, an end user or a dealer that we're talking to, or a purchasing agent, or a manufacturer, and what can we do to make sure that we're being the best possible, and we're putting the best solutions out there, and it just goes to show you that we can do a lot more than I think that we're doing now, and it was really eye-opening. That was a very special moment in time that we got to be a part of. So
that's a very cool story, Shaun. And I was going to tell a story, but I don't know that I can match that.